Okay, welcome back in. I'm going to be reviewing Friday's action from the NHL. I'm very much aware I'm 4 days behind, but I got a little bit of time to get caught up. So there were 4 games on Friday's schedule, starting in Carolina as they played host to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jordan Staal would kick things off, getting the first goal of the year for the Hurricanes, assisted by William Carrier, 14 minutes and 32 seconds of the first period. It was 1-0 in favor of Carolina heading into the second period. In the second frame, Braden Point would tie things up, getting a power play goal, his first of the year from Kucherov and Hedman, and that goal happened 2 minutes and 33 seconds of the second frame, tying the game up at 1. In the third period, Nikita Kucherov would break the tie, getting his first goal of the year, a power play goal as well from Hedman, who had his second assist of the night, and Nick Paul, 11 minutes and 6 seconds of the third frame, giving the Lightning a 2-1 lead. Kucherov would then get his second goal of the game, an empty netter, assisted by Jay Gensel and Ceramic, and that goal happened with 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining, making it 3-1. And then Kucherov, of course, would get a natural hat trick, getting 2 empty net goals. A natural hat trick, I just said that, from Gensel, who had 2 assists in his Tampa Bay debut, and Victor Hedman, who had 3 assists in his first game as their captain. And that goal happened with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the Lightning start the season off 1-0-0, while the Hurricanes are 0-1-0. The next game took place in Winnipeg, where the Jets played host to the Chicago Blackhawks. There's no scoring in the first. Ryan Donato would break the tie in the second, getting his first goal of the year from Pat Maroon, and that goal happened with 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go on the clock. So the Blackhawks had a 1-0 lead at that point. Late in the third, Mark Scheifele would tie the game up with just 1 minute and 4 seconds to go. For Scheifele, that'd be his second goal of the year, assisted by Nick Ehlers. So we were heading to overtime. And in overtime, Mark Scheifele would get the game-winning goal, his third of the year, from Connor and Josh Morrissey, just 38 seconds into the overtime frame. So with the victory, the Jets, at that point, I believe, were 2-0-0, if I'm not mistaken, and the Blackhawks, where am I looking at the schedule, are 0-1-1. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. Alrighty, now we're off to Vancouver, where we had the Canucks playing host to the Philadelphia Flyers. Nils Hoglander would kick things off for the Canucks, getting his first goal of the year from Connor Garland, and that goal happened 12 minutes and 55 seconds of the first period. Tyson Forster would tie the game up in the same period, 17 minutes and 24 seconds. Power play goal from Farabee and Brink, tying the game up at 1. In the second period, Teddy Bluger would get his first goal of the season from Forbart and Pius Sutter, 11 minutes and 25 seconds of the second frame, giving the Canucks a 2-1 lead. Cam York would tie the game up in the third, getting his first goal of the season from Paling and Hathaway, and that goal happened 2 minutes and 48 seconds of the third. And then Morgan Frost would win the game in a shootout, as there were no goals in the overtime, or there were no goals in the rest of the third or overtime, so this game would go to a shootout. You get my point. He would get the game-winning goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. So with that, they start the season off 1-0-0, which is pretty decent. And as for the Vancouver Canucks, they are 1-0-1. Of course, the Friday is the one thing I forgot to write down. So bear with me here. Let me just double check, because they didn't play Monday. They didn't play Saturday or Sunday. So I'm just going to quickly go to the standings and just to quickly double check the record for the Canucks. So yeah, sorry, they're 0-2. They've just lost 2 games in overtime / a shootout to this point, so they're still winless on the season. Okay, so now we're off to the last game, which took place in Vegas. The Vegas Golden Knights played host to the St. Louis Blues. So in the first period, as you can see on the screen, Pavel Buchnevich would get his second goal of the season from Kyrou and Broberg. 6 minutes and 47 seconds of the first period, giving the Blues a 1-0 lead. Jack Eichel would tie the game up, getting his first goal of the year, assisted by Barbashev and Mark Stone. And that goal happened just over 8 minutes into the first. Ivan Barbashev would then tie the game up, would give the Vegas Golden Knights a 2-1 lead, his third goal of the season from Stone and Eichel. And that goal happened with 1 minute, 47 seconds remaining in the first. So the Vegas Golden Knights had a 2-1 lead heading into the second period. Shea Theodore would increase the lead to 3-1, getting his first goal of the year from Schwinnet, if I pronounced that name correctly, 2 minutes and 55 seconds of the second frame. Pavel Buchnevich would cut the deficit to 3-2, getting his second goal of the game, his third of the season, a power play marker from Kyrou and Justin Falk, 7 minutes and 29 seconds of the second frame. So heading into the third period, the Golden Knights had a 3-2 lead. Nick Waugh would increase the lead to 4-2, getting his first goal of the year from Shea Theodore and Pietrangelo, 12 minutes and 53 seconds of the third. Robert Thomas would cut the deficit to 1, getting his first goal of the year from Buchnevich and Pareko, and that goal happened with 4 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the frame. But unfortunately for the Blues, they weren't able to mount a comeback, so 4-3 would be the final score from Vegas. With the victory, the Vegas Golden Knights, I believe, I know I have them written down here somewhere. So they played, they are 2-0-0. And as for the St. Louis Blues, let me just check their record, because that's the one thing I forgot to write down, was the records for Friday night. So I do apologize ahead. 2-1-0. Does that sound right? Let me just double check. So St. Louis didn't play Sunday. They didn't play Monday. And they did not play Saturday. So yeah, after this loss, the Blues got their first loss of the year. They're 2-1-0. All right, that takes care of Friday's recap from the NHL. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, and as always, take care.